do a somewhat quick video of my dock to show all you out there exactly what is going on in the dock of me. So here we go. First off, of course, we've got Finder, which is your typical Finder. For me, I have it set to automatically go to my Applications folder. Below that, we have Apple Remote Desktop. This program allows me to connect to other computers regardless of the network. So if I'm at my office, I can connect to my Mac that's at home. Very good program. Under that, we have Camouflage. This is a program that I just found this week. I love it. I don't know if you're like me, but I hate icons on my desktop. And what Camouflage does is it allows me to hide those icons. So what you do is, if you watch the right side of your screen right now, when I click on a keystroke, which I select, the icons disappear. And just as quickly as I made them disappear, I can bring them back. I can't stand icons there, so I pretty much always have them off. So be sure to check that out, Camouflage. Under that, of course, is Dashboard, which I'm sure everybody knows. I don't use it very often, but it's there just in case I need it. Under that, we have CyberDuck, which is my FTP application for editing websites, and also I use it to connect to my iPod Touch. Under there, we have Safari, which is my main web browser, which brings us to Firefox, which I use mostly for WordPress because WordPress has some other features if you're using Firefox as opposed to Safari. Below that, we have the Automator icon. However, it says Find Birthdays if you're looking at your screen. That's because I have it set up to every week I can click on there and it will show me anyone in my address book who has a birthday that week, and then it will automatically send them an email wishing them a happy birthday. Below that is iPhone Remote. This is the application that allows me to control my computer from my iPod Touch. I've done a video on that. You can check it out in my feed. Under there, we have Pro Tools Empowered. That's the application that I use for recording. I do recordings with my band and stuff like that. And I also use GarageBand for some different stuff, podcasts and the likes. Under that, we have Amplitude 2. This program is, I run it in sequence with my guitar. It goes guitar, pedal board, Amplitude, amp. And what Amplitude does is it allows me to select different sounds. It's got over 20,000 amp simulations and also about 20 different foot pedals that you can use. Under there we have Audacity, which I use for some minor audio editing, and I also use it for recording the sermons at our church, which we host on our website. Below that is Nicecast. This is what allows me to broadcast over the internet any audio coming from my computer. I will usually webcast my iTunes playlist, and that way other people can hear it, because some of my friends like to hear the music that I listen to. Below that, of course, is iTunes, which, if you don't know what it is, where have you been for the past 5 years? Under that is LimeWire Pro, which I use for downloading music. Under there is Transmission. This is my torrent application for downloading torrents. Below that is iMovie 08, which is okay for some video edits, but not the greatest. I use it more so for doing any picture slideshows and stuff like that. Under that is iMovie HD, which is what I use for most of my video editing stuff. I don't really get too much into the video stuff. I make some small videos, which I just use iMovie HD for. Below that is iDVD for creating DVDs. Under that is Screenium. This is the application that I use for doing screen captures. The video that you're watching right now is recorded with Screenium. Below that is QuickTime Player Pro for watching videos and stuff like that. Under that is Tubal. Tubal is for downloading YouTube videos. So if you've got a YouTube video that you really like and you want to have it on your computer, you just punch in the URL and it will download right to your hard drive. Under that is Stickies, which is basically post-it notes for your desktop. I use these a lot for work. Under that is System Preferences, which of course allows you to control your computer's preferences. Under that is Nestopia, which is a Nintendo emulator. And I've got hundreds of games on my computer, so I can play all the old school Nintendo games. Below that is iWeb, which of course is for creating websites. I use it quite a bit for websites that don't need a lot of edits. So things like my church website and a few other things like my iPod site, stuff like that. They're all done in iWeb. Then we have iPhoto, which I don't really use a whole lot. I use it more so for the web galleries so that I can publish a whole web gallery to the internet. It's pretty quick and easy. Then we've got Flickr Finder, which allows me to search through Flickr. I use it more so just for finding pictures that I have because I've got, I think, about 2,500 pictures on my Flickr site, so this allows me to find them quickly. Under that is Flickr Uploader, which is obviously for uploading pictures onto my Flickr site. Then we have Sketch. Sketch is a great program for doing quick edits to photos. If I'm doing a screenshot or something like that, I can just click a button and it's there, make quick edits, and then I can post it to the internet too right through Sketch. It's a wonderful program. Check it out if you do any screenshot stuff. Under that is Adobe Lightroom, which I use for doing, first of all, for cataloging all my photos and also doing edits to them, whether it's contrast, lighting, stuff like that. Below that is Adobe Photoshop CS3, which of course is for doing graphics and editing photos, stuff like that. Under that is Adobe Bridge CS3, which is for just bridging my high quality NEF photos into Lightroom and Photoshop. Under that, we've got Adobe Reader, which is for reading PDFs and editing PDFs. And then we have Photo Booth, which of course is the iSight program that allows me to take pictures and stuff like that with my iSight camera. Below that, we have Numbers, which is the basically like Microsoft Excel, except it's got a lot better capability. Under that is Pages, which is my word processing, which of course comes with iWork, as does Numbers. And we have Keynote, which again is from the iWork 08, which is basically like PowerPoint, except it's far superior. Under that we have Live Worship, which is the program that we use at church for doing the slideshow presentations with the lyrics and video. Very good program. I strongly encourage you to check it out if you do anything with this sort of stuff. Then we have iChat, which of course is a chat program. Then we have Skype for making phone calls, whether it's to other computers or to landlines. If you don't like paying long distance charges, Skype is the way to go. Under that is Adium, which is my chat client. It allows you to log into multiple accounts at the same time, which is great for me because working in ministry, I have a lot of teenagers who are on MSN. But what this allows me to do is I have a separate account for the teens. So my personal friends will go on one account and my teens will go on to a different account, and I can have them both logged in at the same time. Of course, Mac Mail, which is for all your email. Then we have iCal, which is my calendar program. It's great. It allows you to publish things right to the internet, which is obviously a really good thing. I enjoy that a lot. Then we have the address book, which of course is your address book. Then we've got, under those, we've got just a couple of personal files this folder is called Youth Unlimited. This is just direct access to my work folder, and then direct access to applications right from my dock. And of course, under that is the trash can. So there you go. That is a look at my dock.